Let's go. It is Friday, August 8th. We have another MLB breakdown here. We're going to go over all 15 MLB games on this loaded Friday slate. We're going to find every single money line that we like, which obviously, if you guys have been watching these streams, we are probably the best at finding value when it comes to money lines. We're going to look through home run plays, which we also are pretty good at identifying. We're going to look through hits, runs, and RBIs, strikeouts, you name it. So lock in, drop a subscription, drop a comment, drop a like, and let's get after it, man. Let's get after it. Also, quick PSA. If anybody has this card and wants to send it to me, this is my grail. I'll love you forever. I'll do anything you ever say. So if you want to send this to me, just hit me in the DMs. If y'all are feeling generous and you got, millions of dollars worth of cards and you got this 2020 Optic Jordan Love Downtown Rookie card and you want to send it to me prior to the NFL season, that would be awesome, man. This is my grail. So I've been chasing. This is probably why I'm late to the stream this morning because I've been sitting here staring at this card for the last 25 minutes. So sorry for that being there. But let's go ahead and get into the stream, man. What am I doing? Game 1, Reds-Pirates. Reds-Pirates. Yesterday, we got pretty close to sweeping, honestly. White Sox had 1,500 opportunities to win that game, somehow lost in the 11th inning. Mariners were handing the White Sox that game over and over and over and over, and they just couldn't capitalize. And then somehow at the end, luckily for that parlay at least, the Marlins blew a 6-2 lead. Just all of a sudden collapsed. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's pull up the odds. Also, let me just tweet this out so we can get more people in the chat. It's always fun when we have a full chat. So, let me just tweet this out real quick. Sorry, y'all. Once this is done being tweeted, we can actually start here. Alrighty. All right. Here we go. Reds, Pirates. We are looking at the Reds minus 110, Pirates minus 106. Interestingly enough here, we actually have the Pirates winning this, but I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. This is what I would call a skewed data point. AKA don't trust it. It's because Chase Burns has had some pretty rough, a couple rough games that are skewing his earned runs. He hasn't thrown enough innings to make up for that yet. And Mitch Keller's pretty good. So honestly, this is a pretty good pitcher's duel. You hate the Marlins? Yeah, they choked hard. I thought that game was over. 6-2 lead. Yuri Perez was chilling. Then all of a sudden, everything collapsed. Anyway, Chase Burns, big strikeout guy today. I think Chase Burns for 10 strikeouts. There's two guys I like for 10 strikeouts today. We'll talk about both. It's Chase Burns and Tarek Skubal. So if you want to go lock in the 10-10 combo, which would have hit last week, we liked Zach Wheeler and Chase Burns to 10. Had that game not got canceled, that would have hit. Today it's Chase Burns and Tarek Skubal. Anyway, negative 20% ballpark factor. There will be runs scored in this game. I just don't really know how. It doesn't look like it's going to come from too many home runs. Maybe O'Neal Cruz. I don't really love the odds on him. Plus 520 is not terrible. It's not terrible, but overall, probably a really high strikeout game for for Chase Burns. Really high strikeout rate for Chase Burns. Don't really love either side of this money line. I really don't feel that confident in fading Chase Burns today. Maybe over 7.5 runs could be a play, but these offenses are both kind of weak. So, in my opinion, this game's probably just Chase Burns strikeouts. I don't feel comfortable enough to take anything else. Really don't think anything else. So, Game 2, Astros, Yankees. You're thinking Skubal and Hunter Brown? Hunter Brown looks good for about 8 today. If you're looking for 10, it's got to be Chase Burns, in my opinion. He's shown he can get there this year. Hunter Brown doesn't get there that often. But Hunter Brown does go deeper into games. So Schlittler versus Brown. This is an interesting game for home runs, honestly. I like this. Astros minus 155. I think Astros at minus 108 is a good play here. So is 8 from Burns a lock? No. There's no such thing as a strikeout lock. I don't think there's anything as such as a strikeout lock, honestly. Burns had 2 Ks last start. He had 2 Ks in the first inning, and then the game got delayed for rain, and then he never pitched again. He faced 3 batters, and he struck out 2 of them. And then he was done because the game got canceled. So, yeah. I wouldn't look too much. That's why y'all got to get off the damn... You guys got... Oh, my God, y'all. Y'all got to get off the prize pick graphs that show, like, oh, he had 2 strikeouts. You know, like the little green bar, where a little bar that just shows 2. It doesn't tell you any context about it. It doesn't tell you that the game got canceled after the first inning. But it shows you the 2 so that you think it's an under. You know what I mean? MLB app, yeah, anything, same thing. Anything. If you guys don't look at what anybody did in the past. I'm telling you, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No, I'm not trying to own Brady. I'm not trying to own anybody. Yeah, the game it did get rescheduled. Well, it restarted. But this is a huge tip for everybody watching this right now. This is a huge tip. Stop looking at prior stats. Stop. Don't look at it. That's a gambler's fallacy. That is a logical fallacy. If you guys look at what anybody did in their last game or their last 2 games, their last 3 games, their last 5 games, none of that really, really, really matters, especially for pitchers and strikeouts, things like that. Every single game is a new individual instance where we take their collective data points across all these different metrics and project what's going to happen in this instance today, you know? So if a guy had 10 strikeouts last game, or if a guy had 4 strikeouts last game, or whatever, none of that really matters because he's not facing those exact batters again. He's not probably feeling physically the exact same way he felt that day. There's so many variables. Those are all just traps. Any sort of trend is a trap. If you look at trend graphs or trends or any of those research sites that tell you about different trends, they're all traps. They don't mean anything, so don't look at them. Anyway, Jose Altuve looks great today. Astros money line looks great today. Christian Walker looks really good today. I like him for home run. Jose Altuve could be a decent home run option today. Jesus Sanchez, let's look at his odds. What is Jesus Sanchez for odds? Jesus Sanchez is chilling at plus 450. It's okay. But yes, Altuve HR is not a bad play today. 6.18 on the pitch mix. 286 versus righties. Should get a hit. Probably gets an RBI or a run. One of those 2 will probably happen. So yeah, hits, runs, and RBIs for Altuve looks good today. Walker is my favorite for a home run on this team. He's slightly better than fair value, or his odds are slightly better than book value. Altuve is okay. Plus 500 is not terrible. He just doesn't hit him enough. He doesn't hit home runs enough. 1.62 total bases, not really that good of power. 1.75 a little better for Christian Walker. But a lot of good pitch mixes here. 5s and 4s and 6s and 6s and 6s. They're all over the place, man. So top 3 in the order look pretty good for hits, runs, and RBIs. Altuve is probably the better option there. You're loving the chow slip for today? Yeah, we'll see, man. Whenever it hits, it hits. But I think it looks pretty good on paper today. It does look pretty good on paper today. We'll see how it goes. On the other side for the Yankees, Judge, against Hunter Brown, it's a pretty tough matchup for these Yankees today. Look at these pitch mixes. 3-2-1, 3-1, 2-1-1. Judge is the best with a 6. And Judge's odds are not going to be reflective of that. Plus 230 for a homer? Yeah, no shot today. Not very good odds. His hits, runs, and RBIs, probably not worth it either. It's going to be a 2.5 line. So I don't really think there's many Yankees player props to take today. Gonna hit like crack? Yeah. But here's the thing. It's a 1 to 1,000. It's a 1,000x on $1, which means we're at day 60. If we were to profit today, assuming you win 1,000, you'd win more than that today on the challenge. I think the payout is actually... it's 1,043. So you'd still net $980 on the challenge. $983 profit if it hits today. So definitely worth taking. Because once it does hit, you're still going to be up mega. And obviously it's just $1 a day. You should be taking straights that are way bigger. So like you make up that dollar every day anyway. Game 3, A's Orioles. I like the A's here, but the line's minus 106. There's not really any value in it. No value in this one on the money line. JT Ginn against Sugano. Sugano's gotten better. He was a meatball Marty at the beginning of the year, but his numbers are climbing back towards being not a meatball Marty anymore, really. That being said, though, I feel like this is such a good matchup. You got to look at Kurtz for a home run today. He's given up enough home runs this year. Sugano has that like Kurtz is an auto option for a home run today at plus 250. He's definitely worth a look. Although Kurtz has definitely cooled off since that 4-homer game. He's come back to life. So, interesting. But Kurtz is a look today for a homer. Rooker could be solid today as well, or Shea Langoliers. Any of these three for a home run are in play today. Also, Rooker for hits, runs, and RBIs, or Kurtz for hits, runs, and RBIs is in play today as well. On the other side, Westberg would be the one guy I'd really look at for a home run on the Orioles if you wanted to take Orioles for a home run. I'm not too keen on it. JT Ginn does give up homers, so I think Westberg would be the best choice here. He left dry after the Marlins rinsed. He didn't cash out before they made the comeback. Damn. Did you take the Pirates or the A's to help you out at all? Or did you just have it all on a parlay? Yeah, that Marlins comeback was rough. But yeah, Westberg's not bad today. Outside of that, there's not much on the Orioles really I like. You could look at like Gunnar for hits, runs, and RBIs. 310 batting average is pretty solid. It's pretty solid. So he could be a good general props play today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Game 4, Angels-Tigers. Also, I do just want to do one quick announcement as we get into this game. If y'all are not looking to keep refilling or whatever, if you're not looking to deposit your own money anymore, there is a site called Player Profit. This is funded sports betting essentially. So what this means is you buy an account that has a certain amount in it. So in this case, you get a 10K, a 25K, a 50K, or 100K account. That's how much is in it. And then it's 1% unit size. So if you get $1,000 or $100,000 account, your unit size is $1,000 per play. Now here's the catch. You pay one-time fee for this, but then you have to pass 2 challenges to actually be able to withdraw the money that you win in it. So both are going up 20 units. Both are going up 20 units. 20%, 20 units. So 2 times you have to go up 20 units. So it's very difficult. It is a very difficult challenge to pass, but if you're really diligent, you're really smart with how you bankroll manage, things like that, you're not putting max unit plays on stuff, you're just doing 1 unit plays or to win 1 unit plays, it could be a good alternative to not having to use your own money to then have access to higher bet sizes. But it is a very difficult challenge to pass. So that being said, there is a promo that they have going right now. So if you do buy an account, you get a second account free. So, for example, if you bought a 100K account today, you'll also get a 50K account free. So you'll have 2 accounts, essentially 2 chances at the phases for the price of 1. So if you were interested in that, use code RudeBets on playerprofit.com to get access to that. But I do want to say, once again, it's very difficult to pass the challenges. But if you think you're a profitable bettor and you can do it, and you don't want to put your own money on the plays, you don't want to do $1,000 of your own money, it's a good way to get a really big bankroll if you think you can pass the phases. So, big disclaimer there. Very difficult to pass. It's doable. You can pass it. I have passed one. It's very difficult, but it's doable. So, playerprofit.com, use code RudeBets. They're running this promo right now today for free accounts if you sign up. Anyways, into this game, Angels and Tigers. 71% chance for the Tigers here. Minus 290 is their line, though. I mean, you're not taking that. Please don't take Tigers. Please don't take Tigers at minus 290. I'm begging you. I don't want to see the people in here tomorrow saying that they took Tigers and that was the leg that missed. I just don't want to see it because it happens. I mean, every time you see a team that's like 290, they lose. It's way more common that they lose when they're minus 290 than they win. Anyways, Kyle Hendricks going against Tarek Skubal. Like I said, Skubal and Burns, 10 strikeouts. Both look good for those mega lottos there. I would go 10. There's no reason to go 11. I would just go 10. If you're going to max out Skubal, if you're going to ladder Skubal up, I don't think there's any reason to go above 10. If you want to get crazy, go 11, fine. But I wouldn't. At that point, you're just playing with fire. You're going 8? Yeah, of course. This is I'm mainly talking if someone's looking for like a long shot lotto. Honestly, the odds on Skubal at 10 isn't even that good, but that makes sense because we have them projected. The Angels strike out more than any team in the MLB. They're the number 1 strikeout team in the MLB offensively, so it makes sense why his line's 9 and why 10 is only plus 130. Pitch mixes, yeah. Who you can take on the Angels today? Nobody. Not a single player to take on the Angels. We look pretty good here on the Tigers, though. Offense, home run wise on the Tigers, I mean, Carpenter's in play today with 21% chance. Riley Green's in play today at 22%. They're not bad. They're definitely in play today. That being said, also really good options for hits, runs, and RBIs. So if you're not looking to if you're only taking home run plays, you're going to get burned. We're looking at events of 20% chance, right? Like, these aren't locks. But hits, runs, and RBIs, you're looking at much more higher probability plays here. Like, if we look at Kerry Carpenter to get 2 hits, runs, and RBIs today, what's the probability on that? 63% chance. Okay, so now you're looking at more than half the time he's going to get that. So look into those types of plays today, too, for the home run guys. Hits, runs, and RBIs, or total bases. But really, you can kind of take anybody on the Tigers today. Marlins Braves. This game's going to be a sore subject for a lot of you. I know that. I know this is a sensitive topic for a lot of you today, this matchup. You got to throw it out. Take it out of your brain, whatever happened, and throw it away. We're on to a new day. Marlins choked. They choked. They're up 6-2. Let's find the ESPN. You know what? I'm gonna torture y'all real quick. Marlins were up to a 91% win probability in the 5th inning. In the 6th inning, they were at a 90% win probability. They even rebounded back up to a 63% win probability in the 7th. And then, boom. Just fell off a cliff. We peaked out at a 91% chance that they win this game, man. So yeah, this is one of those you just got to throw it out. It happens. That's the variance of sports betting is you're going to have bad beats. This is the definition of a bad beat. Team's up 6-2 with their best pitcher in, and in the 6th inning, some guy Drake Baldwin hits a second homer of the game, a little 3-run dinger that brings it to a 1-run game. Then the next inning they tie it. And then the next inning they take it over. And then they get an insurance run on a wild pitch. Like, everything fell apart. So take it out of your mind, throw it away. It happens. Welcome to sports betting. You're going to see that happen. That's not the last time this is going to happen to you. It was a good play. It was a great price, -120 for the Marlins. That was a really good price. It was a really good play. Like I said, 91% of the time they win that game. Where they were sitting in the 6th inning, 6-2, 91% of the time they're going to win that game. Just so happened yesterday was the 10% that they didn't. Definitely was a good play, though. Today, Marlins -130. I mean, I like it again. Bryce Elder going up against Edward Cabrera. We got some really good pitch mixes here against Bryce Elder. Stowers looks outstanding for a home run. Jacob Marcy, I wouldn't take him for a dinger, but we talked about him yesterday for hits, runs, and RBIs. He looks good again today. He came through yesterday. Heriberto Hernandez, he's a good little home run option. Heriberto at +700, that's a good little long shot home run play. 4 homers and 64 at-bats versus righties, .328 batting average. Good pitch mix, 18% chance. He's a good little long shot, too. So I like a lot of the guys on the Marlins today. I do think they win this game. We'll see how mentally tough they are, though. They're a young team. Are they able to bounce back from a heartbreaker last night? They were bummed yesterday, too. I guarantee it. So we'll see if they can mentally recoup. Edward Cabrera, I really like him. His stuff is nasty. You can see it in these pitch mixes. 2.8. Let's see. So his fastball's not that good, but he throws a lot of pitches pretty evenly. His fastball's only slightly more frequent than any other pitch. His curveball's really good, and his slider's really good. So he's got good stuff. Pitch mix wise, he does do well against these guys. Drake Baldwin, I doubt he's going to have another Linsanity game. I doubt he's going for 5 RBIs and 2 homers. Maybe, but I doubt it. So I don't really see anybody on the Braves today that you take. So yeah, Marlins don't look bad today to bounce back. Game 6, Guardians, White Sox. Guardians, White Sox. Guardians +100, White Sox -50-50 game here. I mean, White Sox should have won this one yesterday. Tanner Bibby going against Savali. Interesting matchup. If you want to go the White Sox again today, they've lost 3 in a row now. But like I said yesterday, they should have won that game. The deserve to win-o-meter had them with they should have won that game too. But I don't like shouting out that account. His model's trash. Anyway, no offense to him, but White Sox plus 120 is not terrible. I like J-Ram today. I do like Jose Ramirez today. His home run odds aren't that good though. At plus 322, plus 265, plus 285. Yeah, they're just a little juiced. Savali is not bad. He's not good. He gives up meatballs. He's done well recently though. Savali has been pretty good recently. Yeah, not too many guys in the Guardians look that good against him though. Outside of J-Ram, maybe Stephen Kwan, but yeah, that's about it. On the other side, Colson Montgomery. I really like Colson today. I really do like Colson today. 2.06 total bases versus righties per hit. 5 homers and 65 at bats. High strikeout rate, but he looks pretty solid today overall. Benintendi had some pretty hard hit balls. Lennon Sosa looks pretty good today for a homer as well. 18% chance, plus 480. So yeah, you got a couple options for homers on the White Sox. Yeah, White Sox money line's not terrible today. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. But Colson, I like him. He's been outstanding. He's been on a really good run. Game 7, Phillies, Rangers. Phillies minus 154. Yeah, Phillies at minus 132 is not a bad line today. Chris Sanchez against Merrill Kelly. Schwarber, honestly, not that good. Best home run probability is 16% here. Sanchez 5Ks. Yeah, Sanchez for sure should get 5Ks today. I definitely see that happening. I'd be surprised if he gets anything less than, honestly, like 6 or 7. But 5, yeah, I think he definitely gets to 5 today. Look at these pitch mixes. 2-2-0-0 NA 1-2-0-0. Thinking about a K's parlay? Yeah, good luck on that. It's not terrible. Max Kepler only a 0.35 on the pitch mix here. He's 1 for 5 with a homer against him. I'm guessing that's what you saw maybe. 1.83 total bases per hit versus righties is pretty solid. He's got good slugging versus righties. 92% of his homers come from that side of the bat. But his pitch mix, he's really bad against a slider, and he's really bad against a curveball. And those are two of the best pitches that Merrill Kelly throws. And he's also really bad against the changeup. The only pitch that he's positive runs above average on is the fastball, and yeah, it'd have to probably be against that for Kepler today. But I see his slugging's good. He does have a homer against him, but that pitch mix is just rough. Not too much in this one. I mean, Harper and Schwarber are the only two guys that match up decently well here. On the other side, against Chris Sanchez, nobody matches up well. Are you going over NFL too? What do you mean? Preseason? No. If you're betting on preseason, I can't help you. There's no good reason to be betting on preseason NFL. They're just glorified practices. They're rotating guys in and out. There's no actual structure. No one's trying to win those games. There's nothing. No. I would never touch preseason with my own money to save my life. You're 3 for 3 though. Hey man, I guess that's what counts. If you're in it for the chase, that's fun. That is just the definition of pure entertainment. There's nothing you can do to read those games. There's nothing you can do to like get an edge in preseason football. Those are you just take whatever sounds fun to you and watch the game. That's it. Game 8 Mets Brewers. But we will have NFL. NFL is on Rubets.com. So let me just show y'all real quick. This is all we have. This is just from the Super Bowl still, but NFL does exist, right? We have the full dashboard and stuff ready to go for NFL for next year. Projected targets, receptions, receiving yards, touchdowns, interceptions, fumbles, rushing attempts, rushing yards, rushing touchdowns. Different graphs in terms of target share, so you can see like how these guys, their stat line, like if you're looking for like those advanced metrics, air yard share, defensive matchups. So like the purple's line is league average week over week, and you can see how those defenses are performing versus air yards or versus rushing. So you can see like this is a good rushing defense. It's not a good passing defense, right? So NFL is a really good product. Last year against the spread, we were like 57% correct against the spread, which is outstanding. Somewhere around there. So, yeah, the model is really, really good for NFL. So, once again, I suggest y'all go to rootbest.com and you sign up for the yearly plan. Use code YEAR. You'll save $60 on the year plan. You'll get MLB, NFL, NBA, college football, and college basketball models on the site. All 5 of them for a whole year for like $60 off. So, yes, NFL will be coming out for when the season starts. All right, let's see. Brewers minus 127. Their line is minus 142. Mets only plus 120. There's no value on either side of this money line. There's a pretty big hold on this market here at minus 142 and plus 120. There's a pretty big hold there. So, yeah, there's no value in that. Senga versus Woodruff. I mean, against Woody. Sheesh. Bad pitch mixes. But Woody does give up homers. Woodruff gives up homers. So Juan Soto today is definitely in play for a home run. Juan Soto is most definitely in play for a home run today. Plus 340, pretty good odds. I do like Juan Soto today for a homer. Pete Alonso, not so much. It's really just Juan Soto. He's the only one that has good value. Lindor's not terrible, but Juan Soto definitely has good value for a home run today. That's about it on the Mets, though. There's not really too much. Woodruff could be a really good K's option today, too, if you're looking for a slip. But Yelich, 2 for 3 against Senga. Brewers' offense is, like I said, very streaky in terms of who produces. You can kind of take your pick here, I guess, for hits, runs, and RBIs. Someone in the top of this 3 are going to get... I mean, Sal Frelick's generally pretty free for hits, runs, and RBIs. The Lindor will stay banned. Yeah, he's got a 0 on the pitch mix, so I don't know if I like it. Really, it's just Juan Soto today for a home run. Yeah, not too much here. What's the over-under in this game? Total is 7.5. Man, if it was 8.5, I'd say take the under. 7.5, it's okay, but not a whole lot in that game. Woodruff K's could be decent, though. Royals Twins. Twins have been doing pretty good since that trade deadline, honestly, and we've actually talked about how they should win these games, and they have been winning these games. Today, once again, Joe Ryan, though, minus 134 is not a good price. And there's no value on the Royals either. But against Joe Ryan, nobody on the Royals really matches up that well. He's a really good pitcher. Does Bobby Witt have history? 6 for 22. Not terrible, but it's a little bit lower than his normal average versus righties. So, Bobby Witt, I mean, probably gets a hit, but Pasquantino, 2 for 15, not good. So, not too much there. And then obviously, who are you going to take? I mean, maybe Cody Clemens for a homer, but I'd say stay away from this game. There's just not a whole lot going on. Game 10, Cubs-Cardinals. We got the Cubs here at minus 194. Wow. Minus 156. Yeah, I mean, Cubs minus 156 is not a bad play. Matthew Boyd going against McGreevy. Cubs money line is good today. It is good today. Home run wise, though, not really anybody that looks that good for a homer. It'd more be hits, runs, and RBIs for like PCA, Kyle Tucker, Michael Busch, one of those guys for hits, runs, and RBIs. On the other side, yeah, against Matthew Boyd, nah, bro. Batting averages versus lefties, 220, 260, 279, 260. Okay, Fermin doesn't count. He has 2 at-bats. It doesn't count. He's 2 for 2 versus lefties. Ignore anything that says Jose Fermin. No home run game alert. Maybe. I mean, if we look at the total projected team home runs allowed, 0.73 and 0.82, so possibly a no home run game, but I mean, almost one here, so there's probably going to be somebody that hits a home run in this game. Probably will be somebody that hits a home run, but it could be a decent option for no homer today. Could be a decent option. I just don't see too much outside of Cubs money line here, unless you want to go hits, runs, and RBIs for a couple of these guys. Game 11, Rays Mariners. Rays minus 121. Yeah, there's no value on... Oh, Rays is a dog. There's some value, actually. Rays plus 112. Yeah, Rays is a good dog today. If we're looking for an underdog today, I like the Rays. Rasmussen going up against Castillo. Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Top 3 in the order here all look good for general props for hits, runs, and RBIs. No one outstanding for home runs. On the other side, yeah, pretty bad pitch mixes against Rasmussen. Yeah, I like Rays on the money line in this game, and then maybe a couple guys for hits, runs, and RBIs if you want to. But Brandon Lowe looks pretty good here for a hit today. Same with Yandy Diaz. On the other side, though, not really that many guys that look that good for any general props here. Maybe Suarez on hits, runs, and RBIs, but not a whole lot there. Red Sox, Padres. Padres minus 168. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's fair value. Padres are fair value in this one. Walker Buehler versus Pivetta. Against Pivetta, pretty bad pitch mixes. Bregman's the only guy that looks all right here today. Bregman's the only one I would look at today for hits, runs, and RBIs on the Red Sox. On the other side, though, Tatis, 17% chance at a home run. He's the number one guy to hit one on this team today. Laureano right behind him at 16%. It's not bad. Good pitch mixes here, though. Very good. Very good pitch mixes. Pretty much top to bottom in this lineup. I feel like you can kind of take anybody here for general props today for hits, runs, and RBIs. You could even go Machado for total bases, maybe Tatis for total bases, Laureano for total bases. All not terrible options. But general props wise, yeah, these guys all look pretty solid here. Pivetta strikeouts could be pretty good today too. Pivetta strikeouts is sitting at 5.5. Oh, it's minus 200. Jesus. Pivetta over 5.5 or over 6.5 strikeouts is in play today, but we'll look at the pitchers at the end for strikeouts as well. Rockies, Dbacks. Rockies at plus 198 isn't bad for a mega dog. If we're talking like yesterday, White Sox money line, mega dog. Rockies aren't terrible. You could also look into maybe even Rockies plus 1.5. Problem is they have Gomber pitching today. Gomber's trash, but so is Zach Gallen recently. So, this game should be high scoring. What's the total in this one? Okay, it's just spinning. What's the total? 9. Okay, over 9 runs in this game. I like that a lot, actually. Total over-under of 9 runs. I like over in this game. I do. I do. Pitch mix-wise, everyone looks really good today. Moniak looks good for a homer. Hunter Goodman looks good for a homer. Moniak, I got him on the 1 to 1,000 at plus 679. How? Look at these stats. I know I don't put a lot of weight in batter versus pitcher, but when you see a guy that's 4 for 9 with 2 homers, and he's getting 2.04 total bases per hit versus righties, 94% of his homers come against righties, 16 dingers and 250 at-bats with a high-rated pitch mix, and you have him at plus 670? What am I missing? And it's an it's a dome. It's minus 2% weather. It's not a bad home run stadium. Yeah, like deep to center field's tough, but if you pull, he's a pull hitter. He pulls it into right field. What am I possibly missing that Mickey Moniak's plus 670 today? Is he hitting 9th in the order? What am I missing? I don't know. Hunter Goodman, he's sitting at plus 400. That's a good. What are we doing here? I mean, that's closer to fair value. But Mickey Moniak at plus 600 doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'll take that all day. Take that all day. But yeah, you can take a lot of these guys for general props too. Hits, runs, and RBIs also look outstanding here for a lot of these guys in this game. On the other side, outstanding pitch mixes here too. Ketel Marte, not that great of odds for a homer, but he looks really good today for everything else. Corbin Carroll, not great odds for a homer today either, but he looks really good for most other props. 9 on the pitch mix. Hits, runs, and RBIs for this. Like I said, this game should be so high scoring that you could take any of these big name guys for hits, runs, and RBIs and probably be okay. So, yeah, this one should be a shootout. Blue Jays, Dodgers. Blue Jays plus 120 isn't terrible. It's pretty fair. But I don't mind it. Scherzer versus Kershaw. It's probably the last time we see these two guys face each other, huh? Two legends of the game, two future Hall of Famers, two guys that are like 90 years old. But yeah, this is like a respect game. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Two legends of the game. This would be like Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. It's like Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning in like 2022 or something, you know? But anyway, against Kershaw, I mean, Vladdy does well against lefties. Bo Bichette does well against lefties. Ernie Clement does well against lefties. Their pitch mixes are pretty low, but their batting averages are pretty high here. Yeah, I like Bo today for hits, runs, and RBIs, and Vladdy and Ernie. Any of these three for general props look good. Don't really think I'm going to go home run on any of these guys, but general props looks pretty solid here. On the other side, Shohei's a decent option for a homer today against Scherzer. Shohei's sitting at plus 164. That's ugly. Yeah, tough to take Shohei on a homer today, but I mean, he's the best option here at 35%. And then obviously Will Smith and Freddie Freeman always look good for hits, runs, and RBIs. They always do. And then game 15, Nats Giants. We can't really look into too much for the Nats today. We don't have a pitch mix rating for Kai Tang. Also, he is still a TBD. He might not even be the pitcher today. But if he is the pitcher, Giants on the money line is minus 158 plus. Yeah, there's no value on either side of this money line. There's no value. Really tough to look at any player props because we don't have a pitch mix for Kai Tang yet. He doesn't have enough. He hasn't qualified innings-wise to have a pitch mix. He's only pitched 3 innings. So, on the other side, though, against Jake Irvin, I mean, these guys should have a field day. This whole top of the order should have a field day for hits, runs, and RBIs. Jake Irvin's last start was against the Brewers when they dropped like 24 hits. So, they should have a field day today for hits, runs, and RBIs here. A lot of options. Don't really love any of them for a home run, though. You know why? Because San Francisco's negative 22% ballpark factor for home runs. It's not a good stadium for homers. It's really hard to hit homers there. Like, what are Chapman and Devers sitting at? Plus 470? Yeah, it's not worth it. Anything lower than the plus 600s isn't worth it. So, all right, let's look at these pitchers real quick. Let's look at these strikeouts. Yeah, 10-10 for Skubal and Burns. 10-10. Not bad. The 10-10 combo there. Sanchez and Brown, probably both around the 7s. Could get up to 8s, but probably around the 7s. You could go 7-7-7 here, or even throw in Woodruff with 7-7-7-7. I don't mind those guys at those numbers. Look at how many green matchups we have in the top 10 today. That's really good. Usually we see a lot of the Reds in the top 10. These are all the bad matchups here. Kershaw, Joe Ryan, Buehler, Boyd. And then the good matchups here. Well, these are zeros because dead space, but these are the top matchups today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skubal, Gallen, Rasmussen, Pivetta, Hendricks, Brown. So, got some good matchups today. Definitely got some good matchups today. Home runs, Kurtz is number 1. Ohtani, Stowers, Colson, Juan, Mickey. So you can see the 1 to 1,000. You see how it's shaping up here. We got Soto, Colson, and Mickey all right here. And then Christian Walker right here at the bottom of the top 10. You can expand this out too and look at more. But yeah, we took 4 guys out of the top 10 today for that 1 to 1,000. I wanted Stowers on there, but I couldn't get him there with the odds. Couldn't get there with the odds. Families will be fed if it hits, man. Yeah, we'll see. That'd be very nice. But if it hits, I'll be very happy. But it's not my main play of the day. You know, I'm going to be putting a lot more down on some money lines. So if it hits, that'd be pretty cool, though. But yeah, that's going to conclude the day. Come sign up for rudebets.com. 25% off your code first month with code RUDE, or $60, 20% off yearly with code YEAR, YEAR. Come join the site. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out. Good luck today. This is going on YouTube. Look up Rude Bets on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube right now, make sure you drop a subscription. Peace out.